Hello and welcome. Today we have a question, and it is, I just started using Claude and I'm not really sure what I can do with it. Okay, so this is actually set up really nicely. So Claude has a site here, and it is claude.com/resources/use cases. And you get to this page, and the heading here is kind of fitting. It's getting inspired by what you can do with Claude. So it's basically a bunch of different examples of things that you can do. So once you actually go to Claude and you create your account, and you hit this wall of just like, okay, well, now what? You can come to this site and then you can just kind of scroll through it and just read the different cases. They have some filters on the side where like you can actually filter by category, and then by different features and by different products. You might not know what the products are, what the features are, but maybe a category aligns with what you do. Or you can just scroll through it. So it's like if I'm scrolling through here and I don't know what that is, so I don't care, and I don't know what that is. And let's just pick one of these. Let's see. Let's do brand assets, because lots of people want to do some kind of marketing and lots of new businesses and other things. So once I click on one of these, it will come in here and it'll have the author, which I think they're all Anthropic, and has a category and has the model that they use and whatever the feature is, and then a sharing link. And then it'll just go through, and it basically will walk you through everything that they did in this case and that you could do. So in this case, it has described the task, and it has basically a description of that, and then it has a prompt, the prompt that it used. And you can read through the prompt in here, and then you can actually click on here to either copy this prompt, or you can just click on the Ask Claude and it will open up Claude and put this prompt right into Claude. So if I click here, then it'll switch over and now I'm in Claude. And this is the same prompt, and it has a little warning down here because there's just been a lot of security incidents. So just like copying prompts from sites is, they're like, just make sure you know what you're doing or like where you got the prompt from. This is a Claude site, so it's likely fine. But you can go through any of the prompts in here, just click on Ask Claude, and it'll go right into Claude. But maybe you don't want to do that yet, so you just kind of keep going through, and it just goes through the steps. So it's like step one in here was describe the task, and now it's give Claude context. And in this case, it uploaded a style guide, and then it has what Claude actually creates, and this is what Claude would give it back, and then what follow-up prompts could you use, and etc. So it's like if you came in here and you're just like, I don't even know what I can do, you pick this use case and it just kind of walks you through it, what you would do, what Claude would give you back, gives you some tips and tricks in here, and then you can just kind of get a high level idea in here and then kind of modify that to your use case. Or you can literally just take this and click use in Claude and just go right into Claude. And that doesn't work for you, you can always click back and then just come right back to the list and find another use case. And I don't know, custom web page, and again, same setup. Like all the use cases in here are set up the same way. So it's like you come in here and it's just like you describe the task, and it'll have usually some kind of artifact over here that Claude created from going through all this. And you can open up the artifact in a different window, and you can just kind of get, it will hold your hand through a lot of the different use cases in here. So it's like if you're new to just using these tools in general, and it's like, I don't even know what prompting is, it gives you prompts and it walks you through the plan of how to create your own prompt, and it shows you what the artifacts look like, and it does all the things. So if you don't really know where to start, I think this is a really well put together site, and it has a lot of different use cases, in a lot of different fields, and just a lot of different, products that Claude has. And again, you might not know like what Cowork is or what, Claude Design is, but it's like you could come in here and look through the use cases and figure out what those things are. And then it's like, oh, I could really use that. So hopefully that addresses your question, where it's like, if you don't know what to do, just go to claude.com/resources/use cases and just go through some of the use cases in here and either use them exactly as is and just kind of work through it, or just take them and modify them to, your business or your job or, your project or whatever you're doing. And then just kind of just play around and see what you can come up with. So hopefully that answers your question, and we will see you next time.